Hello everybody, let's continue with our studies in our real life English course. This is the class related to the topic many and much, okay? Some and any as well. We're going to talk about all of these in just one lesson. Don't be afraid, it's going to be easy. I'll help you guys on this journey, so let's go. This is our list of contents: the introduction, quantity and positive sentences, questions or negative sentences, example sentences, and exercises. And let's go there with the introduction. In English, nouns can be countable like apples or uncountable like milk. And by this I mean, for example, apples, you can put the word in plural, so you have apple and the plural apples. But in the case of the word milk, you don't have the plural. It is just milk all the time. In all sentences, milk, never milks. You don't say milks. So there's no plural. This is the reason why it is uncountable. But apples, again, is countable. And let's continue. To talk about quantities, we use words like some, any, much, and many. Knowing when to use each one helps you speak more naturally. So if you understand how to change the words to plural and to use many and much depending on the word is plural or not, this will help you a lot. Take a look at the words again in this box here. Apples versus money. Apples are plural versus money. That can be plural or not because you don't know the specific amount of money that the person is talking about. So in this slide here, we have a lot of verbs, and when you see this slide, you will connect the verbs that you see here with the topic of the lesson, which is many and much. So you're going to make sentences like, I eat a lot of apples. So I eat many apples. I drink much milk, because milk is no plural, has no plural, so you don't use many, you use much. So in practice, you're going to learn more, you're going to understand more if you practice, because the sentences will be always connected. When you see milk, you always see some milk or much milk, but never many milk. You don't put many milk, okay? So use these verbs to practice your English. I eat many apples and I eat much rice, for example, because rice has no plural. So this is why you're gonna use it like this. Drink a lot of water, drink much water, drink much milk. So most of the liquids are going to be uncountable, okay, because there's no plural for liquids like water or coffee or milk, for example. So these are important verbs you can use: eat, drink, buy, need, want, have, bring, take, cook, make, order, or sell. And you connect them with the topic of the lesson, which is many, much, some, and any. Okay? Now let's talk about some quantity when we use them in positive sentences. Take a look at the explanation here. We use some in positive sentences for both countable plural and uncountable nouns. So we are going to use some in positive sentences for countable or uncountable. So some, you don't worry about it, but take a look. The sentence must be positive, or even if it is a question, you want a positive answer for the person who is listening to you. For example, I am eating a hamburger and I say, do you want some? I want you to answer yes. I really want to give you a piece of my hamburger. And have some, it is like a question. Say positive, say yes for me, please, because I want you to take a little piece of my hamburger. Okay, but most of the times in positive sentences use some. Okay, I have some money, as you can see in the box here. I have some students. But take a look. Money and students are different words. Money has no plural. Students is in the plural. So you can see that this word is changed because the original one is student, but the plural one is students with the S, the letter S in the end, meaning plural in this case. Okay, so much is used for uncountable nouns. So words that have no plural, you're gonna use much, okay? But the words that you can count or they have plural, you're going to use many, okay? And this will help you to express how much or how many of something there is, okay? This is very important. Now, I have some practice sentences for you guys, and it's very important to connect them to your real life. For example, when are you going to use this? So, I need some milk. What situation I will use this sentence? For example, I am trying to follow a recipe where I need the ingredients, and among the ingredients there are milk. And I need to know if I need to buy some milk for the recipe, okay? So I need some milk. Do you have any bread? It is a kind of question to make in a restaurant, for example, or in a house of someone that you really know, a familiar person that you go and can ask for a question like this. Do you have any bread? Or the other, she doesn't eat much sugar, so the quantity of sugar that she eats is not high, okay? So she doesn't eat much sugar, and sugar has no plural. This is the reason why I use much, okay? For the oranges in the other sentence, you can use many, because oranges are in the plural, okay? We have some oranges. Is there any juice in the fridge? So for questions here, you're gonna use any, okay? Most of the times you're gonna see any for questions and negative sentences. This is how you can memorize this, guys. Is there any juice in the fridge? Or he didn't buy much rice. You can see the rice has no plural, so much. Are there many people? Why many people? Because people is the plural of person. One person, two people. So this is the reason why I use many in this case. Are there many people at the party? And I want some water. Water is uncountable. I don't have waters. In a very specific context I can have, but it is not the case here, okay? For our studies here, for the purpose of our studies here, water is uncountable for us here now, okay? Let's continue. There are more example sentences explained in the boxes with the parentheses, short expressions there. Take a look at them. It's very important for you guys. I have some apples in the fridge. So the sentence is positive plus a countable noun. So I have apples as countable, and the sentence is positive, is affirmative. Okay, so I have some apples in the fridge. This is true. I have some apples in the fridge. And the other is, we don't have much water left. So the negative sentence, I don't, so it is negative, and the uncountable word water. Take a look. We don't have much water left. Okay, the other sentence is a question. Are there any bananas on the table? Are there any, okay, bananas, that is plural, so it is a question and it is a countable noun. Banana can be the plural with the word bananas. Very good. So let's continue, guys, with questions or negative sentences. We often use any in questions or negative sentences for both types of nouns. Okay. We use much in negative sentences or questions with uncountables. As we could see in the previous slide, okay, some negative sentence with uncountable. We use many with countables in similar structures. So be careful. Questions and negative sentences are sentences that you have to be more careful when you're doing, because there are some details you have to take into consideration when you're writing or speaking, okay? So let's go with this part that have vocabulary. I always put here some words with the definition for you guys to know how to explain words to the other people, to your friends. When they don't know a word, you can explain by using short explanation about the the original word that you're talking about. What is a countable noun? A countable noun is a noun you can count. Example, apple or car. Apple can be turned into apples, and car can be cars in the plural. So this is why you can call it countable, because you can count like in number of quantity, in number of units. Let's put it that way, okay? But the uncountable, that is the second example there, the uncountable noun is a noun you cannot or you can't count. So water and rice. So it is a portion of water, a portion of rice, but it's not a specific number of units, okay? So if you try to count, it's kind of infinite number, so don't try. The sands of the beach, for example, don't try to count, because it is an activity that will last forever. So take a look at this. Some. What is some? Used in positive sentences to show an unknown quantity. We don't know some people. I don't know the number, okay? I know that people is countable, but when I put some people, I just don't know the exact number. It's not specific, okay? Any. Any is used in questions or negatives to mean at all. So I don't have any milk left. I don't have any milk at all. I don't have any portion of milk in the fridge, for example. Okay, but where can you guys use these vocabulary, these expressions, these grammar points that we are studying here in real situations, in your life? Let's take a look at the examples. Let's suppose you are at the supermarket and you can say, let's buy some cheese and some tomatoes. You can say to your friend, to your spouse, or someone that is with you, some member of the family, let's buy some cheese, some tomatoes. So cheese is uncountable, tomatoes is countable. Okay, tomatoes is in the plural in this case here. The other, at a restaurant, do you have any vegetarian options? So do you have any? I'm asking about some possibilities of having or not. So this is why I use any vegetarian options. I don't know if there's any, and I'm asking if there's any, or do you have any? Something like that. Okay, at home, we don't have much time before the movie starts. Much time. So time is something that you cannot count, because time passes so fast with a lot of seconds, minutes, and hours. We don't count. So we call it a portion of time, and we don't count. We say much time, okay? Like that, just like that. At a party, you are at a party. Let's suppose you are at a party, and there aren't many snacks left. So everybody just ate all the snacks, and there aren't many snacks left. Or you cannot see many snacks on the table. And snacks, in this case here, is countable because it is in the plural. Take a look at the S in the end of the word. Okay, let's go to the last example of this slide here. At school. You are at school. Did you bring any pens with you? Did you bring any pens with you? And the word pen is in the plural with the S in the end, pens, okay? So these are just a short number of possibilities of situations you can use these. Some, many, much, many examples in your daily life conversations, okay? And how can you practice this topic in your life, in your week, for example, to fix this in your mind, okay? So let's suppose you are doing a shopping list. You are using a shopping list. You have to write or say what you want to buy using some, any, much, and many. Some milk, some rice, much milk, much coffee, for example. Or you can use with the items on your list. Or the other possibility is you to watch videos or listen to dialogues, paying attention to how these words are used in daily speech. When you are watching a video, you can pay attention to what people say and how they say and when they use the words that we have studied here in this lesson, okay? Answer and ask questions with a partner. Practice with real objects, because every object or every something has the possibility to connect with these words, and this is what you are gonna do when you're studying. You will take an item, you take an ingredient, a thing or something, and connect with the word many, much, some, any, to see if you really understood what we talked about here and if you can do the right or correct combinations when you are studying. Okay, guys? So let's finish this lesson with some exercises. You don't have to do this right now, okay? You can download the PDF, which is available for you guys, and after the class you can do with calm, okay? Maybe I am speaking too fast here, no problem. You can re-watch the video, you can go back, you can pause, you can take notes, and there's no problem for you. This is the real life English, so this is how English is spoken, and let's go there. So for the exercises, you're gonna make sentences using many, much, some, and any. You want to buy items. Use some, any, much, or many. Examples: I need some tomatoes and some milk. You can do your own examples, okay? This is just a recommendation for you guys, but you have a world of possibilities to do here. So you're packing your bag. Examples: I didn't bring many sandwiches. Do you have any juice? So you're packing your bag, you're going to a picnic or something, and this is how you can use this in real situations, in real examples, okay? Describe what's in your fridge. You go to the refrigerator and see what is inside, and you're gonna tell me or your friend or someone what is there, what is inside of your fridge. Example: there isn't much cheese. We have some apples. We have some apples. So this is how you can describe what is inside of your fridge or inside of your house as a whole, okay? You look at the room in your house and tell what is or what is not. For example, there is, there are, there is not, or something like that. So guys, thank you very much for having me. For this class, I will let you hear with this very beautiful sentence attributed to Winston Churchill, which is: success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. So success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. You will fail, no problem. You will fail, but don't give up. Continue studying English. It's very important for you, for your life, for your career, and for everything that you're gonna do today. These days, we're using English a lot. Okay, so this is my website, which you can find a lot of content related to the English language, teacherdouglasfantini.com. If you click on this icon, you go directly to the YouTube channel where I post some videos related to English language and travel experiences that I have. And in this last logo with my name and the English classes, you go directly to the Udemy course, which is the place where I put my courses and my videos related to the English, which is something that I love. And thank you guys for being with me for this lesson, for this time. And practice makes perfect. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.